Welcome to the LAGGSPIKE podcast. I'm your host, Mike Chalice, and with me, as always, we have the man with the beard, Matt Bird, who's growing ever more impatient. You gonna say hi?
No.
No? Okay. And Mr. Gloomado himself, Sam Landry.
Fuck you.
And the boss of bosses, Josh Quigley.
Summer games. We think that you're fun.
We got a great show planned for you today. Obviously, coming off the heels of E3, we have what little news we've been able to scrape up. Some issues for a Batman game on PC.
That's a small
We're going to
game.
talk
Not
about
important at all.
Not important at all.
Who cares about that porn?
We're going to answer some emails about what your favorite E3 games were, and we're going to go over summer games and why we really want more of them instead of just Arkham Knight.
Or just Christmas games.
Basically. But before we do that, we're going to go over a couple of things, one being the Fredericton Gaming Expo. It is coming up in just over a month now. It is for anybody who is in the Maritimes and listens to us. We're looking forward to being there. We are going to be attending. It's August 15th and 16th. We are going to have a basket there that we are drawing for with lots of cool prizes, some McDonald's coupons, some pop vinyl, gaming statues, some amiibos. One of those rare amiibos, actually, is going in there as well. Some Gaming Lag swag and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys can all come and show your support for all the gamers. And that basket's going to be for Extra Life, which is, of course, important as well. Then we always like to talk about GSG as well. It's Gamers Support Gamers. It is a page on our website dedicated to people just like us. We try and promote you as much as we can. It's basically everybody making YouTube content, Twitch streaming, things like that, all based around video games. Lots of people make this content. A lot of people have great content, and most of those people are not noticed. Unfortunately, it's a very saturated market at the moment. And then last but not least, our swag shop. At the moment, it is the only way you can support us. You can actually go to our swag shop at gaminglag.com, click on shop, or gaminglag.spreadshirt.com and buy any sort of merchandise from there. That will allow you to get cool t-shirts, mugs, all that stuff, and all the proceeds go to us. We're going to be working on something else. I think we'll probably be starting like a Patreon of some sort in order to have a little bit easier way of funding where you guys can throw us like $1 a month or something like that, and that'll make it easier.
A whole buck.
A whole buck. Hey, listen.
Hey.
A 10-point buck.
If the 12,000 followers on Fitter,
And Twitter officially just shut down our accounts.
Oh, man.
if our 12,000 followers on Twitter all pitched in $1, we'd be able to have one hell of a good show every week.
Oh, man, there'd be fireworks.
Fireworks every week.
We'd be like,
Strobe lights.
$1 million idea. The hell baby of Facebook and Twitter. Fitterface.
No.
and we're moving on.
And we're moving on.
Fitterface.
We cannot move on
What have
fast
we been
enough.
doing in
Fitterface.
video games, guys? What have we been doing? Who wants to go first?
Matt.
Batman. There's only Batman. Actually, there's not only Batman, but
No.
I was going to say, that would be me more than any of you.
the other stuff has to be saved for the other podcasts.
You can still mention what it is.
I played Destiny.
There
I
you go.
needed to get the stupid chess pieces.
Did
so
you
I
get
can-
them?
Yes, stupid goddamn Warlock's the only one that doesn't roll intellect ever. And,
Not like you need it.
I do on the Warlock.
Oh, right. I don't remember which one it is that had like 3 freaking hundred. All right, moving on.
Both the Hunter and the Titan have 359 intellect. So I pop a bubble, and before the bubble's gone, my next bubble's up. But that is for the Destiny podcast. But besides that, there is only Batman.
Yeah. That Batman Arkham Knight. Pretty
Yeah.
damn good game. Josh, you just started it. What else have you been playing this week?
I played a lot of The Witcher this week.
Mhm.
That game is just fantastic. Ran into a few glitches.
Really?
Nothing major.
Really? Huh,
No, I think
surprised.
I've had it like glitch twice on me, and both times I managed to get out of the
The
glitch.
difference is that Josh doesn't try and do dumb stuff to break the game. He just plays.
Let's put it this way. I was riding the back of my horse.
All right.
Yeah, see, that's special.
Well, you
I've
shouldn't,
never
you
had
shouldn't
that.
get on the horse backwards.
Yeah. No. I mean,
No,
like,
apparently you just
he
shouldn't
was-
ride horses.
He was face down into the ground, and I was literally riding on the butt of the horse. Geralt was sitting on it going, and I was like,
I'm
what
sure
the
you
fuck
did-
is going? Yeah, shut up, both of you.
Yeah, all right.
We're gonna have a chat later, Sam.
What else have you been playing, Josh?
I played some Destiny,
Kill all of
Yep.
you.
and I played Batman for all of halfway through the cafe scene until my daughter walked into the room, and I was like, nope.
Nope.
Father of the Year,
Yep.
I shut
Sam,
the
what have
game
you been
off.
playing, buddy?
Destiny, Witcher, Batman, Xenoverse.
You jumped onto Xenoverse again?
I was in a punchy mood.
Okay.
Play some loud up metal music and punch things.
Probably came on the heels of getting that new DBZ movie trailer.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Had nothing to do with that.
Don't know what you're talking about at all.
I played Batman. I have deemed that I am the Batman because I have.
Sweet. You can fund the whole company.
Yeah. No, I'm the Batman. I'm not the Bruce Wayne. Just that part of him.
Only channeling one of those personalities.
I fell in love with this game immediately and have put a number of hours into this. I'm actually about 95% done the entire game, including all of the side missions and stuff. And then after that, I decided to pick up The Witcher this week because originally I had thought Arkham Knight and then Destiny would keep me going for a little while until next year, and I plan on getting The Witcher next year during that sort of dry spell from January and February, but where there's not really a game right now until the end of August that I truly want to play when Until Dawn and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture comes out. I grabbed The Witcher because Destiny's really not doing it for me at the moment. So yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Let's do some news.
Yeah.
First bit of news I found sort of interesting and might point to some.
Sorry, I just read that.
Obviously, Elder Scrolls Online creative director quits to join the Borderlands studio.
Smart move.
Obviously, people who you see this a lot, and the reason I put this in here is because you have people like. I can't remember. There's somebody who left to go to Telltale because he was a writer, things like that.
From
But
Destiny, wasn't it?
yeah, I think it was from Bungie.
The Destiny story writer for Destiny. Movie.
Obviously,
And
if you're-
Telltale-
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Destiny didn't have a story,
I
right?
was
Right.
gonna
Well,
say,
exactly, that
Telltale was
proves
willing to
it.
hire him,
but,
or
right,
Yeah.
but so if you're writing a story for Destiny, let's say that, and said person writes this elaborate story and is actually quite proud of it, and then Activision decides we need to put this game out now, we're cutting half of that out, and the guy's like, well, the story won't be concurrent, and they say, too bad.
don't
Obviously,
worry,
you
we
would
might
leave.
release some of this story with the DLCs.
Yeah.
You mean you're gonna pay for them to get what I've already written?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you write it a little
no,
bit more?
No, I think the exact words you're looking for is sellout.
Yeah. So he obviously with Borderlands, he's going to get as a creative director. Anything for creativity, you want to go into something where you can actually shape a game. So writers will go
Dreams?
to things like Telltale's. Wow.
Come on, the door was open.
Yeah. So yeah, no surprise there. But you're seeing that more and more. People want to go work on possibly smaller titles. I know Borderlands 3 is going to be big. Don't get me wrong, but Destiny's a massive title, and so he left. And Elder Scrolls Online is a massive title as well. So
What?
No worries.
moving on to the next one. Nintendo won't discount digital releases. This is a statement from their boss, from the CEO, I think it was.
Iwata.
Sorry?
It was from Iwata.
Yeah, so the president of Nintendo, he says they will reward you for buying digital releases instead. Unfortunately, I don't think that method is going to work.
Nope.
Because you have things like Steam that already exist, which PlayStation and Xbox are slowly catching on to it. They're offering deals like PlayStation that has a flash sale ending today, as we record this, for fantasy games. They're slowly catching on to this type of thing, but that's why Steam is such a popular audience, and the actual user base and games library is massive.
And, even the regular digital ones are cheaper to buy from the PlayStation Network than the store now.
It
Yeah.
only got bigger once they had their green light program start.
My biggest problem with this is that games like Final Fantasy X Remastered, which I have now completely finished, is cheaper to go buy it physically in a store right now for me than it is to buy it online. That makes absolutely no sense.
Well, yeah.
If I buy it in a store, I get like a calendar and the physical copy that I can sell to a friend or lend it to somebody if I get the digital copy. I mean, inevitably, I think the PS5 and the Xbox 2, whatever they're going to be called, are going to be all digital. Like, there's going to be at some point where they're just going to cut digital, like physical copies, and even like a collector's edition, which is going to exist, is going to come with just a tag and a code.
I honestly don't think gaming will get there, just because CDs still haven't gotten there, and DVDs and Blu-rays.
But CDs are sort of devouring themselves, right? Like, even in most locations that had a wide variety of electronics that carried CDs now do not. Now you have these niche stores that carry them, and that's about it.
I think the
but that's
challenge you're
still-
going to get into for gaming for getting rid of the physical copy in like totally is going to be that not everybody will have internet access all the time, and there'll always be that group that's uproared about it. But I think we'll definitely start to see.
Maybe kind of
I
like
doubt they'll ever lower the price of digitals, upon release, but I can see you having to pay a premium to get a disc
Yeah,
copy
maybe
of it.
it would be interesting to see what I would do because I really like having the game, especially now where I'm unemployed and thinking about going back to school. I normally don't trade in my games. That's normally something I don't do. However, obviously with the recent changes to my situation, I have had to go and trade in games because I'm not going to have all this type of money. I'm getting married soon. All that money has to go towards that as opposed to just being able to fork out now $80-some
It's
to
ridiculous.
buy a game, which is obviously
Hey, it fluctuates just as much as gas.
yeah. I don't know
No,
quite
gas went down.
Yeah.
Gas went down. Video games only go up.
Yeah, so that's my issue with that. But if they ever did say, okay, physical copies are $79, but now your digital copies are $50, like I don't know what I would do in that case because I really do enjoy having the physical copy of the game. But at that point I have to get digital then.
Batman was $10 cheaper online than it was for the physical copy.
Not for me. $69 online for me.
Yeah, it was $79 at EB.
No, not for me.
Really?
Because I pre-ordered it when it was still $69.
Okay.
Yeah, I had it paid for, so they couldn't do anything to it. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. Nintendo doesn't really have a good track record of dealing with online stuff and
No.
their eShops and things like that compared to the other large parties that offer that service. Uncharted 4 delay is largely due to Amy Hennig leaving as The Last of Us director decided on a different tone as soon as he came in. So there was an interview done, and they basically threw out
8 months.
8 months of work. Nolan North was telling a reporter about this, and that's largely why we're not getting Uncharted this year, which is interesting to me, but I don't know. I feel like that shouldn't even be allowed in certain industries. Like, I guess if you're leaving for a better job or something like that, but I can't imagine wanting to leave like a developer that's.
It sounds like she just retired. It doesn't say anything about
Yeah,
her
about
going
her getting
to
a different job. Yeah,
Yeah.
She was just done with it.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Done with
obviously
bigger
don't
and
know
better
the
things.
circumstances, but yeah, yeah. PS Plus turns 5 today. And
Happy
Matt, there
birthday!
was something that they're doing for people.
Anyone that has been there since day one, it sounds like, but it also sounds like if you lapse for even a day or a week, you're not
Similar to
going
what
get
Blizzard
it.
did for the World of Warcraft 10-year thing.
You are going to get an email on your PlayStation Network account. There's going to be a link, and then they're going to ask you for your address and send you out a custom print for all of your achievements and stuff that have gone along with PlayStation Plus over the last 5 years.
That's kind of cool.
But for me, who did buy into PlayStation Plus on day one but has let it lapse 1 day or 1 week, I will not be getting it.
Mm-hmm. They did a similar thing with Blizzard did a similar thing with World of Warcraft. After 10 years, if you had not let your subscription lapse at all, you got their orc like statue trophy that only Blizzard employees had at that point, and probably a few like special giveaways and stuff. But if you let your subscription lapse for even a short amount of time, they won't
3 hours.
Yeah. If it went 1 day, they wouldn't give it to you. This was kind of funny. I threw this in there. It is kind of Destiny related, but in wake of Destiny selling the emotes, so this was due to the large outcry on the internet because Activision decided that they were going to sell an $80 collector's edition that came with special emotes, and if you didn't buy the collector's edition, you wouldn't get these emotes. Now, that's all well and good, except for in the collector's edition, they were selling you the regular copy of the game and the 2 expansions that are already out. So you were paying the extra $40 for absolutely nothing. But in the wake of that, Warframe released emotes and gave them away for free, basically saying they're emotes. Who gives a shit? Like, why are you selling them to people?
The biggest difference is Warframe doesn't have a greedy company like Activision backing them.
Yeah.
Who wants all of your effing money?
I think the biggest problem with this, and I know it's definitely more Destiny
No, for
related
sure. That's
than
fine,
this,
though.
but it comes from the interview where the matter of I have to rebuy these games in order to get these emotes, and you have this cocky developer who should never, in my opinion, do an interview saying, well, yeah, but I mean the emotes are worth it.
Yeah.
Are they?
Like it's an emote. You can't.
I'm sure.
So it's taking a dump. It's worth it, but I'll pay for it.
I think the first name of the guy is Luke, and
Yeah.
It's Luke Smith.
Luke Smith. So I think in his defense, he was probably on the heels of like 50 different interviews, and everybody was asking him the same thing, and he probably just got frustrated and lost his temper for a second. Obviously, he painted himself into a corner at that point, and now Bungie's having to react to it. They're now going to sell the emotes separately, but
It's actually, they're going to sell them separately for people who had to get after the fact. But if you were day one, you're actually getting the emotes for free if you pre-order, and you're getting an extra special gift for being a day one.
Aren't we getting a shader and a
something.
Yeah, we're getting stuff.
Anyway, I just thought it was funny that another developer.
What if you didn't do it till like a couple days later? No,
Probably not.
Screw
No,
you.
you let your subscription lapse.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised this game doesn't have subscription yet.
Well, it's interesting to me. I think the problem with this and the reason it's funny is because a developer, the developer of Warframe was basically like, these are emotes. Like, why are you charging people for them? It takes almost no money and no cost to do this.
Mind
right?
you, Warframe is also a pay-to-win game.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Very
it doesn't
much so.
matter. Destiny in its sort of context, like Destiny itself is an MMO, and most MMOs that have had content this regularly, you normally pay for.
Yes.
It's Destiny doesn't do that, so because of that, they seem to have this mentality that they need to take money from you every step of the way. I would be okay with paying just for expansions, but paying for emotes and stuff, I'm not really okay with. Obviously, I don't have to. That I can just vote with my wallet, but whatever.
Guess what? You're missing one Mode of Light or one Strange Coin. Pay Zora $100 and you get one.
Yeah.
Like, if it gets to that point, I'm done.
It won't get to that point.
Will
No.
it though?
No.
It's Activision. I hate them.
You say that, but every night for the past 3 days, are we running anything in Destiny?
I asked you guys if we are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying the game sucks. I'm not saying I'm not playing.
Regardless of, there's always going to be haters regardless of that. Any sort of MMO has their giant groups of people that say like World of Warcraft sucks and Final Fantasy sucks and WildStar sucks, and in a lot of cases they may lose, but the reality is there are still millions of people.
WildStar does suck. Let's not stretch it too far there.
But there are still millions of people that play these games and pay for them, and they are happy to do it. So, I mean, obviously they have they're making money, otherwise they wouldn't do it. Arkham Knight removed from PC sales until it is fixed. It is suffering from massive issues on PC.
Massive issues.
Hey, it's fine. They get the effing Batman Beyond skin for themselves right now. Those pricks.
I
But
hope
they
so.
don't
They
because it
they
doesn't
don't
work.
because they can't play the game.
I know,
Yeah.
but still, I want it.
They actually get nothing right
Yeah.
now. They get crashes and anger.
It sucks when stuff like that happens. Obviously,
It
you don't want to
even-
have
I
a
think
broken game,
they-
especially when on the two consoles I haven't had one issue.
They've removed the physical as well as
Yeah.
the digital copy now.
Physical's been removed from stores. The digital copy's being removed.
Recall.
Yeah.
Just put out an update. It'll fix everything.
And,
If they until the update's available, they're not selling them. That's all.
I'm
yeah.
just
So
joking.
yeah.
To go along with that too, and I can't remember the name now. I thought we put it down here, but we didn't. There's actually an indie developer that's giving away their superhero game away for free because of the Batman issues.
There's a whole bunch of partners on board, like helping them fix this. So, moving on, some good fan service. A Fallout 4 fan sent Bethesda 2,000 bottle caps, and Bethesda happily accepted the pre-order for Fallout 4, and he's now getting a copy of the game for free for doing that.
Now, disclaimer: anyone who's thinking about doing this, it's highly unlikely Bethesda is going to let you do it again.
Can you imagine they just had to like hire garbage trucks to come get bottle caps?
Well,
oh my goodness,
That's
that'd be funny.
almost the precedent they set.
this-
But this guy gets the points because of the ingenuity.
Yeah,
Well,
of
exactly.
it.
he's been collecting bottle caps since Fallout 3.
Yeah.
And then he basically sat there, waited, and decided, okay, about 2,442 bottle caps is what I'll need. And that's what he collected. Just beer bottle caps, everything over the last
He
couple
only
years.
sent them 2,000.
Yeah.
They counted it out.
I know, but that's...
That is going to be a crappy day to show up to work and somebody goes, look what a fan sent us. That's amazing. You have to count them.
Can you imagine it's just like some intern or whatever that just shows up? Man, this is going to be great. Fallout 4 is out in the open. I can talk about... What do you mean I got to count 2,000 bottle caps?
Honestly, I'm working for Bethesda. I don't care. Make me clean the freaking toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Sam on that one.
Well, actually, no, because the problem is intern day. There's like, all right, we got so many bright-eyed interns here. who wants to have a special job? And everybody puts their hands up.
No. That's when
you get to count bottle caps. The rest of you, we're going to the development room.
No. That's why when they ask you if you want free ice cream or anything like that, you don't put your hand up. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Come on, guys, we're gonna go beta test the game. Let us know how many bottle caps you have.
Yeah. Next up, Drive Club PS Plus Edition is finally ready to go.
And it's delayed another month.
It doesn't matter if it's delayed at this point. The damage has been done. I mean, there might be people that will play the free PS Plus edition, but you better hope that you're doing this PS Plus edition, and in 2 months from now, you're releasing for games or the PlayStation Plus free games for a month. Drive Club becomes one of those games. Otherwise, you're not going to have anybody playing it, basically. Fallout Shelter is the most popular game on the App Store right now. No surprise there. Similar to the Shenmue announcement. You do it on a large stage with millions of people watching. Obviously, while you're watching it, we're all like going, "Oh, where is it? Where is it?" And then everybody's going to try. Same thing with Shenmue. It's almost at $4 million already with 18 days to go. You announced it on a Sony press conference live. Like, of course, they pushed a button and it had like 2 million in like an hour. It just doesn't matter.
I've had 4 customers ask me when they were upgrading their phones to a newer iPhone if we could transfer their Fallout Shelter information. I'm like, sadly, no.
Nope.
I can't do that.
No.
You got to restart. Sorry.
Got to restart. Listen,
Well,
Vault.
then I'm not upgrading my phone.
That happened.
I bet it did.
Listen, Vault 4 is going great right now, and I'm not.
Vault 242 is kicking butt. Vault 3 is burnt to the ground again. So the third incarnation of it.
My problem with the game is that now it's super monotonous now. After you get to a certain point, there's no end game or anything special you can do after.
Yeah, there is. It's getting all the way to the bottom of the rows.
Well,
That's the end
I'm
game.
about halfway there. So, Nintendo responds to Metroid Prime Federation Force game and says that they know what fans want. Really? Because
Apparently
what fans
not.
want is a new actual Metroid game.
Apparently they want this gone so bad they're pooling people's names to sign a petition to get it.
Listen.
I think it's at 30,000 now.
Yeah.
I hear you the fans.
Yeah.
But I think I know what the fans want.
Yeah.
You just back off here for a moment.
Wait. Metroid Prime Federation Force is going to be phenomenal. They just wanted a Metroid game. This is not what they had in mind. I mean, it's almost like a bad practical joke. Who knows? Maybe the game's awesome, but it's still not Samus, a new Samus adventure. That's the issue.
April Fools.
It's going to have to come out from under the stigma of what it's already created.
Absolutely. Techland offering their own drink-related promotion. This one's hilarious. If you help make fun of Bungie for what they're doing with Red Bull, they will give free DLC.
Good old premium
Is that the one with the glass of water?
Yeah, drink right.
Yeah, drink right. That was funny.
Monolith, Shadow of Mordor developer, is going on has gone on a hiring spree for
Nice.
the
Good
next
job.
title.
Yeah. Screw it. I'm
So
done.
that's exciting. Obviously, they did a really good job with Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, it was so fun.
So their next game is obviously going to be more ambitious if they're hiring more people than what they had.
If only my game hadn't deleted itself off my PS4 and had to restart again.
Yeah.
Did it delete or was it?
Oh, it was there one night and I was
Rage
playing
deletion?
it, and then I went to play it again, and then it wasn't there. I had to reinstall it.
Wasn't you playing before you sent your PlayStation away?
No, because I played it after.
And
I got
can't
right
English
into
because
it.
that was horribly said.
Yeah, that's all right.
I understood you. It's okay.
Yeah, that's because you can't English either. So
I can't French either. I'm
yeah.
screwed.
You're kind of in the middle.
Can I?
Man sets world
Portuguese.
record for Minecraft pixel art using a BlizzCon logo. It uses well over 1 million blocks. If you haven't seen this, go find it on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Really, really
really
cool.
awesome,
It's very
awesome.
impressive.
Like he'd been working on it since the 3rd of January.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
GameStop is selling retro games now. It's I
yeah.
thought I'd throw that out there. You see games like Banjo-Kazooie and Conker's Bad Fur Day. They're a little bit expensive, but they're hard to get as well. It's just like whenever I go to like a flea market or something around here, and I want to get an original copy of Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 because those are like the Final Fantasies that I grew up with like in my teens, and I want to make like a shadow box with the actual cases, but I don't want the greatest hits cases because I don't want that green shit on the front of the case. Every time I find one at a flea market, it's used and stuff, but they're like $80, $100, things like that.
Yeah,
Very
because
frustrating.
people know the value of them.
I understand
People are
that,
smart.
but
Eh,
I can get them
some
on
people.
eBay and stuff. I don't like doing eBay stuff.
I can get a brand new copy of the Game Boy Color Dragon Ball Z game is $65 on.
Yeah, I believe it.
on Amazon, actually.
I know. I'm just cheap.
So worth it.
PS4 1TB version will be available in July.
So is
I
Xbox
don't-
One.
And so is Xbox One. I don't know if we already mentioned
Xbox
that.
One's
but
already out.
yeah, the Xbox One's available, I think.
It's
The
been
Halo Master
available
Chief
for a while.
Collection bundle comes with a 1TB.
Oh,
Yeah,
does it?
and so
Yeah.
was the
Yep.
Advanced Warfare.
Never mind, I didn't even know. Yes, but the Advanced Warfare there hasn't been one
That
since
was
the
a
game came
special
out.
one, Matt. Come on.
It was still 1 terabyte.
Give them that.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it to him.
Okay. PlanetSide 2 is now available on PS4.
kill you.
Apparently, Sam's saying there's some major issues with it. Though.
It's the load times are ridiculous. I sat in a queue for 20 minutes, and every time I would get down to about 3 minutes left, it would bounce back up to 10.
Okay.
Like the
So queue times to log into the game?
queue times to log into a game to
Okay.
match, and I went. Mind you, I did go on the most populated map, but for the game to be fun, you have to be in a heavily populated area. If you're just on a low populated area, it's you and like 3 people.
Just it's more network issues. They're becoming more and more prominent as games are becoming
But
more and more online.
I played it on PC, and it was still a phenomenal game.
Yep.
Good game. Fun
I'm
game
sure
with
it'll be
friends.
good. It's just
Just didn't-
whenever you roll it out on a new console, everybody gets, especially a free game.
Well, it's an MMO.
Yeah.
Like everybody
It's
gets
a-
it
it's a-
right away.
It's a free MMO.
Yeah. Forza 6 Xbox One Collector's Edition. It has been revealed. It is blue.
It is
shiny.
pretty.
It's
It
pretty.
is pretty. I don't care about that game. There is no pay-to-win option for Metal Gear Solid 5 is what we end off with. If you watch that 40-minute gameplay trailer, oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah.
But there are in-game purchases. The developer of the game that was doing the interview stated that there will not be a pay-to-win option. However, for people who don't have enough time to play the game, there will be ways of shortening that, but you won't be able to buy like equipment that makes you invincible or things like that. You will still have to progress through the game. But with the game being as large as it is, it may take you a Witcher amount of time, a Witcher length amount of time, basically. I think that's it for news.
That's it.
We got a couple emails. Thank you very much for sending them in. If you want to send more emails in, gaminglag@hotmail.com, 2 G's in lag, or go to the website gaminglag.com and click on Contact Us. We do a draw as much as we can. This time it will be in August, basically right on the heels of our Fredericton Gaming Expo experience. It will come with the Commander Shepard pop vinyl and some Gaming Lag swag, as Matt just showed on the table here if you're watching the
Slammed.
video. Now, we like to hear about you, so we like to hear about you. We like to hear from you. I don't need to know about you, actually.
You can't English either, apparently.
Yeah, no, I fully can't English, 100%. That's why I do podcasting. Yeah, so send us your emails in if you have questions or just comments about things. What your favorite thing at E3 was, what I kind of asked people on Twitter this morning, and people kindly responded. First one being from Andrew Townsend saying, after Fallout 4, of course. Thought people would.
Naturally.
And Fallout Shelter. I don't know if that should be there, but it has to be Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, God.
Personally, love all the Killzone games, and I'm intrigued with what the studio can do. Guerrilla have captivated me with the world they have created in Killzone, and I think the potential for this game could be huge and a new franchise in the making. Let's face it, who doesn't want to take down a mechanical T-Rex?
I want to write it, not kill it.
Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work with this fresh and fun podcast. Thank you very much, Andrew. I will 100% agree with you on the Fallout 4 stuff. I'm excited to play it. I've never played it. More excited about Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, I think I said last week that I hope it's going to be their sort of next year's March game, so that I don't have to wait too long to play it. I think that game is make or break for Guerrilla Games, but it is basically like Sony finally unloosened the chains and said, you know what, go do what you guys want to do. We don't want another Killzone because Shadowfall wasn't the greatest.
Well, when
and I think Shadowfall was sort of the pinnacle of them saying, man, like I'm tired of doing this game.
Yeah.
well, didn't we all go, really, another Killzone when they
Yes,
came out on the
yeah.
stage? And then when they're walking through the cave, we're like, what this isn't
This
this
isn't
isn't
Killzone.
What is this?
I still thought when they were looking at the cave higher, like the pictures on the walls, I was like, they're gonna spin this. It's still gonna be Killzone.
Killzone.
It's just gonna.
And
then all of a sudden this cave woman's there. I'm like, all right, it's not Killzone, I guess.
I was like, oh my god, it looks gorgeous.
yeah, it looks really good.
And then you're like, it's cave people. Oh, wait.
So if this
It's
game
like-
comes out,
Where are the dinosaurs? Oh my god, they're robots.
if this game comes out and it is as amazing as we all hope it's going to be,
Even if it's only
is-
like
this-
75% as amazing.
yeah, this is going to be a testament to why people like Sony and Microsoft shouldn't stick developers doing the exact same stuff all the time just because it's a franchise. I like this sort of take on, let's create a studio to make our big franchises after like Bungie made Halo. Now, they gave it to 343, and Halo Master Chief Collection was kind of a flop, but Halo 4 was very well regarded. And I'm sure Halo 5 will be pretty well regarded as well. They created a studio to make it. But then Bungie went on to do other stuff.
Well, Microsoft didn't create. They basically said, yeah, you're working for us now doing this. Thanks.
Right, but I don't like it when companies that are incredibly talented are not like... Sony didn't tell Naughty Dog, no, you can't make Last of Us. You're going to make Uncharted again.
They did tell them to stop making Jack games, though. Bastards.
Yeah.
But back to this. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I don't know. You
don't know.
just started.
Anybody else? Matt, your most anticipated game is Fallout 4, right?
I want to say yes, but I don't know if it is.
It was a good E3.
It was a really good.
What's your most
E3.
anticipated game, Matt? Go now. 3.
What?
What?
2,
That's
1.
for the
FF7 remake.
There you go.
Yeah. I have... Mine's
You
a
got a
tie
pressure.
between 3, and actually I agree with Andrew. Horizon Zero Dawn is a tie. One of the 3 of my games. So Horizon Zero Dawn, Final Fantasy VII Remake, just because I'm kind of a fanboy in that way, and
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves from Rare. Those are my 3
yeah.
most anticipated games out of E3.
I can't play
The
Sea of
reason
3.
for that is that Rare is the same thing. Microsoft had them making stupid Kinect games for years, and they all sucked. Almost all of them.
Rare's already had a proven track record.
Yes,
of,
exactly.
Hey guys, we can make kick-ass games.
Yes, they made a whole bunch. They have 30 games coming out later this year of what they can actually do. Obviously, not all of them great, but there are a lot of great games in
August
there.
4th.
Josh?
Yeah, August 4th.
What's yours?
We got another email.
Yeah,
Yes.
but what's yours?
So I'm excited for all of that. Sea of Thieves looks awesome. I wanted a pirate game. But yeah, let's
Each
move
day
on.
I'm going to say something different when you ask me, because
Yeah.
it was probably the best E3 I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's got to be up there for sure. Let's move on. Champagne Games writes in and says, still looking forward to The Division and Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain.
The Phantom Pain.
The Phantom Pain.
The Phantom Pain.
Battlefront
Phantom
also
Pain.
looks solid. Uncharted, of course. Gears of War is my favorite franchise of all time, so it's great to see new stuff on that end. And the new Ghost Recon game looks like a lot of fun. But after all of that, the number 1 game I am looking forward to is No Man's Sky.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. No Man's Sky!
I will put a little smiley face under that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I agree with that. We discussed last week. We're not going to go too much into it. Our hesitations now because the game just looks way too overwhelming. All right. Who hasn't said? What's your most anticipated game, Josh, from E3 this year?
I have to go with a 3-way tie because I can't
Yeah.
decide. It's Final Fantasy VII, of course. Us at least grew up with that game.
Yes.
And it looks like it's going to be amazing. And then Fallout 4.
Yep.
And then Battlefront.
Okay.
I've been, as long as they don't screw it up, which I'm terrified they're going to.
Everything they showed looks good enough for me to say I'm getting this.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting
Sometimes I was watching those gameplay trailers and I'm like, is this the movie? Or like it looks really good. It looks really pretty. It's incredibly polished.
it. The only thing I don't know about Battlefront is, am I getting it digitally or physically?
Yes, exactly. I agree with that to an extent. I really, yeah. I mean, there's so many. How do you
It's
pick?
just right.
Like they basically just threw bombshells at you like there's no tomorrow.
they were like, awesome game, awesome game, awesome game. You
It's
don't really
just-
care about this. Awesome game, awesome
It's
game,
insane
awesome
though.
game.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how many different games they were seeing. Like when we saw the trailer for Sea of Thieves, and you see like you can mutiny your captains and all this other. I'm like,
Ugh.
man, this is so awesome.
I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, but well, who knows? Maybe by then you will, because I don't imagine this is a 2015 game.
Yeah, true.
But there's just too many. But Horizon Zero Dawn, I love that they're letting these people off the leashes and saying, go make a game.
I remember what I was going to say. I'm hoping this is going to be a, hey, by the way, we haven't talked about this in a while. Hey, by the way, you can get it tomorrow.
Doubtful.
Like, I don't want it to be a, oh, here's more information, here's more information, here's more information. Don't overwhelm us. Just give us
Which game is that for?
Horizon. Just
Originally,
give me
though,
no
like,
information.
Bloodborne was supposed to come out in November. They delayed it to March, and that actually turned out to be really good for me because there was no other game that month
that's
that
not
I
what
wanted to play.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
the
don't-
challenge with Sony and Guerrilla is that they are notoriously, I'm going to feed you a little bit at a time.
Don't just
I know,
Just
but you think of any of the
don't
Killzone
tease me.
games.
Teasing's
you
not
think
nice.
of you think of those major releases. The odds that we're gonna get a 2015 release date out of Horizon is really small. We're gonna see a ton about this game
Actually,
before
I heard,
we get a release.
I was watching I think reading or watching, I can't remember, an interview with Shuhei Yoshida, and they were talking about Sony's lack of first party games like Horizon and things like that. And he basically said he's like honestly, why would we bring out a first party game in this holiday season? There's way too many third party games, and it would just get swallowed up in the mix. Obviously, Uncharted would sell well, but now that it's going to come out with nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be talking about Uncharted when it comes out because nobody's going to be playing anything. So it sort of makes sense in that aspect. Obviously, they don't want to not have first-party games, but if games like Horizon comes out in March, or if, let's say, Uncharted comes out in March and then Horizon comes out in the summer, like, I'm okay with that. And that is my segue
Into
summer games.
All right, I guess I won't say what my anticipated games are.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam.
What are your most anticipated games?
No, I want to know.
Don't worry about it. I'm not
Sam,
important.
I want to know. I want to know. Tell me.
Well, I've got a
wanna know
trifecta
what your
also.
games
Okay, what's
are.
your three?
They are different than, well, two of them are different than you guys. Obviously, Fallout 4.
Okay.
It's
Obviously.
given. The Division, except I'll never be able to play with you guys because I'll find one nice piece of loot and then you'll betray me and take it.
No.
That doesn't sound like us.
Not at all.
Yeah, right. Screw all of you.
Every man for himself.
And then the last one that actually none of you mentioned is probably my most anticipated game of this year. Now finding out that there is a campaign, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That game was
Finding out that I have a campaign to listen to and
Yeah, see, now it
Try to.
changes again.
yeah,
Stupid E3.
Yeah, E3
Take
was
my
really good
money.
this year for sure.
E3's gonna make me broke.
Thank you, Sam.
There should
Now-
be an E3 credit
Sorry,
card.
I ruined your
Yeah.
segue, but
No, that's
you know,
okay. That's all right.
That
That
should
was
be a
my
thing.
fault. That is my fault for not allowing you to say your game.
I'm just so tiny. You
It's
miss
all
me.
right. It's true. So summer games. This is something that's been on my mind a lot because I just played the crap out of Arkham Knight, and the reason I went out and bought The Witcher, which came out in May, is because there is nothing else to play for over a month. Well over a month, actually, for me. There are some remasters, so I'm going to name some of the big ones that are coming out this summer, and I want you guys to sort of react to how lukewarm they are and things like that. So first one, obviously, being Arkham Knight. We're all hyped on that. It's an
That's
amazing...
Yeah.
boiling, not lukewarm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing
Raging
game.
Inferno.
We need to hurry up so I can get back to
Yes,
it. Finally
Arkham
finish
Knight.
No.
Other than I don't want to talk too much about Arkham Knight only because it just came out and there are people who haven't played it. I don't want to go through spoilers because we're just gonna have.
Oh,
to
by
say
the way, the Arkham Knight is
yeah, exactly. We're
don't
all
think
we're
that's
all
a
hyped on
spoiler
that.
for
But other
anybody.
than that,
No.
these are the other games that are coming out after that. One being God of War 3 remastered.
Yeah.
I've never played one, so
I know,
I'm
and I would
interested.
recommend this to anybody who hasn't played one. But this seems like a little bit of a cop out. They instead of making a new God of War game, let's take arguably the best God of War game and make a remaster for PS4.
I hear there's a lot of slashing things and
There is a
It's-
lot of
it's
slashing
button
things.
mashing.
There's a lot of slashing
I'm okay with that.
and ripping
Mike,
centaurs open.
is
and
this
things like that.
is this like I can put metal music in the background and just cut things?
It
forever?
would
No,
go-
it
it would
has
go-
its own metal music.
Yeah, you
in
don't
the
need to.
background.
Yeah, it's already there.
Yeah.
Good enough for me. Sign me up.
Then we move on to Until Dawn comes out.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that, but that's at the very end of the summer.
Is that the one that has that chick in it?
Hayden
And she-
Panettiere or whatever her name is. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
The
like
last-
it's like a horror game, a
Yeah,
horror
but-
movie that you play.
Let's be honest. The last couple games that have had actual actors in the game modeled, they weren't that great.
Yeah. Well, I'm
It's-
I'm excited because this is a unique way. There are
true.
like 8 kids, and there are ways to get through it with nobody dying, and there are ways to get through with everybody dying.
So it's
and
basically
you
the-
choose what you do, and it has a lot of
It's-
replayability and stuff.
It's the Cabin in the Woods game.
Basically,
Yeah.
that's actually really what it is because you are in a cabin in the woods.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Seriously.
That's exactly what it is.
On the same day, on the same day, definitive edition of Dishonored comes out. That'll probably be good because although it had a lot of Game of the Year nominations, I still don't think enough people played it. I haven't even played it very much. I tried it once.
Want to borrow my
I
desktop?
Did it
No.
for like I played it for like 20 minutes or
Yeah.
something. I
And
didn't
I'm sure
get into it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty good.
It's a specific. I never beat it, but it's a specific taste. I keep quitting at the exact same spot every time I restart it.
Then there's a little indie game coming out called Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I can't wait to play that game. It looks phenomenal.
So is it the
that
prequel-
comes out on the same day.
So it's the pre-story to BioShock.
No, pre-story to Noah. If anybody's seen that.
Never mind.
Get it.
You got what I was doing.
Yes,
there.
I understand that. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Looks very pretty, but these are basically the games that we have for the summer,
You're forgetting an important one for all Fallout fans.
which is
Wasteland 2.
oh.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm a
So,
Fallout fan. It's not important
That's
to me.
PC only, though, right?
No, it's out on PC right now.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on PC now. It's coming out PS4. and
But
Okay.
Xbox One.
isn't it first person on PC?
No.
It seems like it's gonna be over top game on.
That's how it is. That's
Oh.
it's where Fallout and Fallout 2. Got
Sorry,
its
it must have been
Yeah.
mods that I saw. I don't know
No.
on PC.
No.
All right. So we have these games coming out. We've named 5 games over the course of 3 months. So that's June, July, and August. There are other games, but those are sort of the big ones. Why is this? Does anybody have any opinions on that?
Because it's the summer break, and apparently, us gamers, we like to go outside and get a tan, not be inside being pasty.
Now I'll admit,
Yeah.
this weekend I did.
Yeah,
Sam.
I think I glow in the dark, don't I?
I'll
Get my
admit
point
this
across?
this past weekend I did do some stuff outside. I had family down. I did some gardening. I know that sounds weird, but I had to do a lot of weeding of stuff in the front flower beds. But other than that, I still spent an awful lot of time playing video games, and that's because not like a lot of gamers still play far more games than they would be outside.
Let's be honest, we're basically the Canadian version of Europe. It rains a buttload over here.
It does.
There's
rain
not a
lot.
lot of stuff to do outside when it rains.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, it's like end of June, and we were like 9 degrees with cold pelting rain the other day.
yeah.
Yeah, you could have
It
grabbed
was
your canoe.
warmer on Christmas Eve here than it was on the first day of summer.
Yeah.
I think originally, like when you're younger, yes. When you're younger, you wait till Christmas because that's when your parents can buy you your games. They don't buy you a game every time you want one. You get
know
it for
what?
Christmas or a birthday gift or something
It's
like
summer. Go mow 5 lawns. Charge $20 a lawn. There's $100. There's one game. Done. And
That-
that's 5 lawns in one day.
that. That's
Life's so different than when I was a kid.
yes, but
Yeah.
that being said, if you do
what I
stuff
did.
like that,
Free.
these
Tax-
marketing plans I think
tax
they're
free.
just a little dated. That's all. So that's what I'm trying to get at. If you put out a game right now, there's nothing else to stop it. If you waited a couple weeks after Arkham Knight, there's no other game that's going to stop it from selling if it's a brand new game.
Bring it back 2 years ago when Final Fantasy 14 came out. If that would have come out the same time as a DLC for WoW
Yeah.
or any other MMO, probably would not have done as well as it did.
And it's the same thing of the first of the year after the holiday seasons. Dying Light came out in January, and I said this before, they wouldn't have sold over 1 million copies if it came out in November
No.
when it was
No.
supposed to.
Not at all.
Like, it wouldn't have sold that many at all because it just gets engulfed.
Pro-
But we don't have like Arkham Knight got delayed till June, but I bet you right now it sold more than if it had come out originally when it was originally supposed to.
And the thing that people need to look at, like, it's not just gamers will go outside. Like, I spend a lot of
Yeah,
time
of course.
outside.
yeah, I moved my PS4 outside.
But not what I meant. Especially since I have kids. But there's still the evenings. Even for like older folks, like older teenagers and stuff like that, they probably have a summer job, but they're not going to school. They can stay up late gaming. Like, I do more gaming over the summer, and my work schedule's the same, and I spend more time outside with my kids. But just because it's summer, I get to spend more time playing games because you're just able to.
Yeah.
With all of the
you have a
vacations
little
and
bit more
everything
free
going
time
on,
on your hands.
Most people who work are taking a vacation over the summer. You don't have to get up super early for work the next day, so
Well, and
I'll do
even-
my outdoor stuff during the day.
I know Christmas and stuff allows parents to buy games for younger kids, but when they're in school, most parents are, and I mean, this is pretty broad of me to say, I guess it might not be true, but most parents are probably telling their kids to do homework and stuff before they play games, so they don't have as much time to play games.
Kids nowadays don't have homework.
Yeah, I guess,
Yeah,
but
they're over entitled now and don't.
Yeah,
don't do
that
No, they do homework in class.
yeah. That being said, you end up with this dated marketing plan, in my opinion. Because if you brought out games, and maybe this is just a group of people that would buy it, and everybody else is different. But I've talked to people who have kept, like, when Arkham Knight came out, I was like frothing at the mouth for a new game.
Yeah.
I went back and forth for about a month before I decided to get it, didn't I? I was
Yeah.
going
I went
I'm
back
gonna
and
wait.
forth every day up until release date.
I know, and then eventually
Well, I
just went,
wasn't
"Screw
getting
I'm
it."
getting it, and then
Yeah.
I'm happy I got it. It's
but
entertained me.
that being said, you two also bought The Witcher,
Yes.
and Matt bought it, couldn't get into it.
Okay.
So me and him are sitting here going, we have nothing right now. All we've been doing is playing Destiny and nothing, and all we want is a new game. And Arkham Knight drops, and I put probably 20 hours into it in the first like 2 days or 3 days it was out, the first week. That's because I was so ready for
Hey.
a new game.
20 hours in Witcher gets you to level 5.
Yeah, I know. Noticed that
what
last
I'm
night. It took
doing.
me like 3 hours to get to 2.
Yeah.
So-
So it's, oh my god, it's so good.
I know that, but
But you
that's
feel
what
so
I'm saying.
rewarded
You
at the
want-
next level point.
I'm at level
Actually,
Anyway.
that's a good way to that's a good thing to send us email. What do you think about summer games? Do you think we need more? Send us your emails to gaminglag@hotmail.com and or go to the website and click contact us. That's a good way to end the show. We want to know what you guys think. If you guys think that we should have summer games, or if maybe we're completely wrong and that summer games themselves wouldn't work. I think if you overloaded
Sorry.
I think if you overloaded the market, obviously it wouldn't work. But if you took Metal Gear Solid 5 and brought it out July 1st, yes,
Oh, man.
I'm in. I'd play it all summer. That's all I would do.
I'd buy 4 copies, 1 for each hand and 1 for each foot.
Yeah, exactly. So
weird.
So write us in, tell us what you think. Let's do some plugs
point.
and get out of here because this was also pretty lengthy for the minimal amount of news we had.
Noise.
That's all
If
we
you
do
want to
is
follow
noise.
me on Twitter, I am at Chalices. If you want to follow Matt,
At Man W the
and
Beard.
if you want to follow Sam,
Yeah, Mr. Gloom and Doom.
and if you want to follow Josh.
Add Joe Quiggle.
And if you want to follow us as a collective group, which is, of course, more important, we are at Gaming Lag, 2 G's in Lag. Please visit the website, gaminglag.com. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, which is also includes our Destiny podcast, which is called The Last Word. Anything else? Swag Shop. Make sure you check out there. Follow us on Twitter and keep updates to check when our Patreon's going to start so you guys can help us out in that way. Anything else anybody wants to add? Everybody keeps
Nope.
laughing while I'm
No,
doing
I
this.
just thought about another game that I'm excited for that I forgot about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's
South
that?
Park.
Yeah, South Park,
Oh,
Fractured
man.
Butthole. All right.
Fractured butthole.
Fredericton Gaming Expo. If you guys are local listeners or are going to be in the Maritimes by
Or just
some
wanna fly
chance,
up here
or
to
just
see
want to
us.
fly up here to see us, we are going to be there. We are going to be drawing for
What's the dates again?
August 15th and
August
16th.
15th and 16th.
That's
we
when I
will
have
be
to get
drawing
time
for a
off, right.
basket, for Extra Life, all that good
We
stuff.
already did our plugs. Wrap it up.
I'm trying to wrap it up. Everybody keeps interrupting me.
Nice little bow.
Gaming Lag out.
Boop.